One thing that sets gays apart from heterosexuals is their sexual behavior. Therefore, to talk about the gay community with children, you must address sex. And not sex as an age-appropriate basic human biology, but topics that include anal sex between men, transgenderism, and same-sex attraction.
Now, children of 4 or 5 years old, we're not talking about sex. People keep talking about pornography and all this thing. I don't know what kinds of books they think that they're putting in the children's section for a pride display, but it's not sexual. I have had many children in my come through my class that have had 2 mommies or 2 daddies. They need to see that kind of thing reflected in the community and the literature they read, because that's their reality.
Things that there's such convoluted reasoning going on that I'm sitting over there with my brain going crazy. I can find data that says that 9 out of 10 of you are a tree. Well, we already have these people that are determined that they are cats and everything else.
I, as an adult and as a Christian, do not believe it's appropriate for books promoting, celebrating an LGBTQ lifestyle to even be on the shelves. The LGBTQ lifestyle.
In Mansfield, and I wanted to make sure that we get this statement on the record. It was passed out to you in the handout, but I wanted to read through. The change in the library display policies should be the following. No displays in the city library should include any controversial causes, support of LGBTQ, abortion, socialism, communism, etc. in any areas.
The recommendation, and that is that I recommend that the internal library guidelines be amended to quote, exclude socially controversial and divisive issues, end quote, displays and exhibits such as displays on abortion and gay pride. My reasons are, first off, parents are responsible for sexual training of their children.
Somebody here suggested that we leave sexual, social, and political issues out of the library. You'd have about 2 books. The reality is that these people exist. This issue exists. The library is a place of learning and discovery, and as the board that oversees that, you have an obligation to expose our people to as much information about our culture and our society as you can.
I believe in libraries. Libraries bring so much more to the community than just books. They are a model of what equitable access to resources looks like. They are one of the last safe places in the community where anyone can go spend quality, enriching time, regardless of their ability to pay. All are welcome, all the time.
I recently went on the American Library Association's website. It reads like the Communist Manifesto. I don't see anything on that website that really regards the importance of literacy, teaching classic literature, art appreciation, anything that you think people will go to the library for. It's all about social agendas, it's all about equity, it's a bunch of nonsense.
Being said though, we all know that the root cause of why we are all here does not lie in books or displays or collection plans. If it did, the people who are screaming the loudest would submit the available paperwork to request that a book be reviewed through the processes that already exist. That's not happening. Instead, people are showing up at meetings and screaming and yelling.
And he was the finest Christian man I will ever know. I'm a lifelong lover of libraries. I love liberty. I've been in a bookstore in communist East Germany when I wondered if I bought a German book there, would I get the whole thing? It's because of my lifelong learning, lifelong love of learning and freedom of thought, that I believe it's the responsibility of our community to protect children from age-inappropriate ideas.
It's not the job of Arlington libraries. It is a part of their parents' role. Celebrating orgies and alternative lifestyles is not the moral or cultural ethic of the majority of Arlington families. Enticing minors with cartoons of pornographic behaviors, encouraging them to explore oral, anal, and group sex is certainly not what the majority of Arlington parents prefer for their children.
I brought a board book which is very dear to a very young child, an 18-month-old of my acquaintance. It's a typical kind of book. It's a little wolf, actually. And he has 2 mothers, and they're wolf mothers. and an old little girl who loves to point at these mothers and the way they take care of the kid, and you know, at the end they have a group hug, and she particularly loves this page at the age of 18 months.